I'm going to ask you a question and you need to answer it honestly. Wouldn't it be rad to have some superpowers? I mean, like the real kind of superpowers, as things that you see in the movies, not the kind of superpowers you get after having one too many of these on a Friday night at the bar. No, I mean the real deal. Like, how about night vision? You used to play that elf character back in Dungeons and Dragons that had dark vision. You were like the only one in your party that could see the bad guys coming at night. But what if I told you that you could actually see the bad guys coming at night for real with your own night vision system? HOBOTECH. Greetings, I'm Professor Hobo, and welcome to another, as you know, HOBOTECHNO's product review. Today's product is sponsored by beer. Well, not really, but since I poured this out for a prop to do the intro, now I need to drink it. Now, today's product is out of the ordinary. It is a true-to-life night vision system made by LANMODO, and you can use this in your car, truck, van, or RV. It really actually allows you to see in the dark, which if you're in a really dark area camping, looking for campsites, you're driving around at night on these super dark dirt roads, you have your really horrible halogen headlights in your 1985 Bounder and you can't see the road. This thing will actually amplify the ambient infrared light and display a color or black and white, which you can decide, image on the front of the monitor. Now you can imagine how useful this will be if you're driving down a dark road at night and there's deer jumping out on the road way ahead of you, or there's somebody pulled off the side of the road with their lights out and you can't see them, or even oncoming traffic where you have that idiot who's coming the other way with his high beams on. You get blinded, but the camera can still see. Now, I've never seen a product like this before, and LANMODO approached me and offered me to try this out and do a review on it, and I said, heck, my night vision sucks. I really want to use this for the van. So this is a practical thing I got to review because I'm really going to use it in the van. Now, there are two versions of this. Now, the version that I have here does not include a rear camera, but there is another version that's a little more expensive that includes a rear camera that plugs into the same cable, and you can actually put a camera in your back window and allows you to switch between the front or rear cameras. So you could have night vision in both directions. Now, that's pretty cool. So let's go over the specifications, show you what's in the box, show you how quick and easy this thing is to set up. And then we're going to do some tests here. And since the sun just went down, we're going to show you actually what it looks like at night. And you're going to be really surprised how well this thing works in the dark. This is called the LANMODO VAST night vision system. As you can see, there's two versions. It's the regular night vision and night vision with rear view camera. So I just have the base model here, if you want to call it the base model. And let's show you basically what would come in the box. So in the box, you would get the actual camera / monitor, give you an idea what this looks like on the other side here. You can move this camera up, down, left, and right a little bit. So when you have it on your dashboard or windshield, you can kind of point it any way that you want. So it does move around a little bit. Now this is not a touchscreen device, but really it doesn't need to be because it only has a couple of functions, and we'll go over those later. Now, this base was a little bit difficult to get on here and put together, so I'm not going to take it off just to show you what it looks like disconnected. But there's this rubber pad that comes off of this plastic base, and then inside there's a single screw that holds this on to the LANMODO night vision system. Now, this is how I'm going to test it tonight, using this with the pad on the dashboard. I'll hook it up to a jack or two, and I'll walk around a little bit, and I'll show you what it looks like just back here in the backyard area. It does come with this cable. This cable hooks up to your 12-volt system on your dashboard, as you can see, and it comes with a splitter, so that you can actually run both the front and rear cameras if you get the version with both cameras. Now, this cable is actually quite long, so you have no issues with running it where you need to run it. Now, in this box, they also give you a suction cup mount, so you can use the suction cup mount on your windshield or dashboard. And it also comes with this very unique way to power it. If you don't want to use the 12-volt adapter or your cigarette lighter, you can plug this into your ODB2 port or the diagnostic port in your vehicle. Now, all vehicles after 1995 have an ODB2 port you can plug this into, and it's got these pins that allow you to power this from basically your car's computer system, which I've never seen something like this being used on something like this. You also include a little screwdriver and an extra screw. Now this screwdriver is used for the single screw that's in the bottom here underneath this pad. So here is the manual. Let's go over this real quick. Right on the front page is the 1080p night vision system. So it actually has a true HD monitor and camera. So inside the book, it shows you what the packing slip is for both the front and rear camera versions, what the buttons do. It says there's 2 installation methods. Method 1 is by using basically how I have this set up right now with the pad. And installation method 2 is by mounting it up higher on your windshield. Now, obviously, you can do it either way. Try it one way. If you don't like it, you can always switch it. There is a rear camera that you can get, like I said, and it tells you how to hook that up. Okay, so here are the specifications for those of you that care about the size and weight. There it is. This does use a Sony image processor, and it does have a glass optical lens. It's not one of those cheap plastic cameras. It uses near-infrared night vision imaging. It has an 8.2-inch HD screen, which displays 1920 by 1080, and the rear camera is 720p. And LANMODO does provide a 1-year warranty on the product. All we need to do now is wait for it to get dark, and we will try this. I'm going to put it in a vehicle. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the dashboard of a vehicle. I'm also going to use a Jackery Explorer 240 to power it, and we'll just kind of walk around down here and show you what kind of cool things you can see in the dark. It is now a half hour past sunset, so the sky, as you can see behind me, is quite dark. Now there is some ambient light left from the sun going down. We're not quite at astronomical twilight, but let me show you what this camera is picking up just in the ambient light in the background. Now you can see behind me, it's completely pitch black. But in the camera, you can actually see the car that's over there and the RV behind it. Now, if I turn around and look, I can see the outline of the RV on the sky. So I can see that it's there, but I can't see what color it is. I can't make out any details. And you can actually see Donnie's Firebird over there. And yes, a couple of you were asking what kind of car that was. It's an old Firebird. So let me zoom in a little bit closer so you can get a more clear picture of what we're seeing here. You can clearly see the car and the RV pretty much in the pitch black. Now let me go ahead and turn off the ambient light here. Okay, now you can't really see anything in the background. But according to this monitor, it's plain as day. That is a yellow Firebird. You can switch it over to black and white, and it gives you kind of like a more clear picture, but without the color. It looks like daytime. It literally looks like daytime. Now that is super cool. Now I'm gonna do a test here. I'm gonna go ahead and walk in front of that bush so that you could see me. Now I'm quite sure that you saw me clearly in that, so let's go ahead and shut the lights out completely so that it is really dark. Now there is no ambient light with exception of a little bit of sky that's left after sunset. Now the picture does get a lot more grainy when there is no actual light, but it's still quite usable. Let me give you an idea how dark it is. I have my little Tuck flashlight here set on 15 lumens. So it's only 15 lumens of light. It's not very bright. But if I shine it on my face, you can see me. Now, let's show you what this little light would do without the night vision camera. Okay, so here's the flashlight shining 15 lumens of light over on these bushes. Now, you're not really going to be able to see very much because those bushes are a little bit far away and you're just getting a little bit of reflection of the light off them. Now you can see this bush here, which is pretty close, lights up quite well with 15 lumens. Now let's use the night vision camera and see what it looks like with 15 lumens. Okay, so here is the night vision camera with no ambient light, and here it is with 15 lumens. You can see the flashlight. It looks like a giant spotlight. It's just 15 lumens. It's a really dim light setting, but the camera automatically compensates for the amount of light that's shown in the image. And if you have something just as low as 15 lumens, the image really clears up significantly. So if you have really bad headlights, this is going to allow you to see much more clearly in the dark. All right, Donnie and Rachel agreed to let's go drive around and test out the night vision camera. So let's go do that. It should be fun.
So with parking lights, that's what you get. Which actually it's pretty good.
You can see like the stuff in the distance.
You can't see nothing out the window.
No.
You can see the mountains. Look at that.
Yeah, and you can't see nothing ahead of you. It's literally pitch black.
Wow.
So it works best with like a little bit of ambient light. When the moon is up, it will be much more clear.
Sure will.
Well, it's supposed to show you further ahead. Like, see how your headlights are on? You can see like much further ahead than your actual headlights. So that's what it looks like with just the headlights. So you can see further ahead than you can with just the regular headlights. And it's brighter too.
Parking lights are awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can definitely turn off the headlights and just go parking lights. And it's like, it's almost like daytime.
That's so scary until you look at that.
Yeah. It's like, you don't even need lights at all to drive.
Wow. It's should be moon in an hour. Full moon, 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah, full moon will be up. It would be a lot easier to see.
We'll have to try it out.
We got a little side-by-side action going on. We're trying to get an idea of what's coming up ahead. Like, everything glows brighter on the camera. I spy into people's yards and stuff with this. I was thinking this would be great to like find campsites at night. Like when you come into a camp really late and you can't see anything.
Yeah. You need to see on a wet road. You know how when it's raining and on a dark road you can't see anything?
Oh, yeah. I was like, what's that bright glowing red thing? And I'm like, oh, that's the stop sign. Holy crap. You won't miss a stop sign in this.
No, you definitely won't.
Jeez. Boy, the signs really glow. That's crazy. I don't know if there's any benefit to black and white or not. It does seem like it's a little easier to see on black and white, but what do you think about the night vision system?
It makes road signs show up real bright.
Yeah, that's definitely a benefit. I think if you have crappy headlights, it'll help, but if you have good headlights, it's probably not going to give you much of a benefit.
No, I have really, really good headlights. I do believe if you had night vision problems, and you had to drive at night, I'm sure it would help a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, in stormy weather or something like that, but...
Yeah, see, that's the way I'd like to be able to test it, is to test it in the rain or the fog or something like that, but we don't have any of that here, so it is what it is. So what do you guys think of the LANMODO night vision system? Leave your comments below and see what you think about this definitely very interesting technology. Now, this is obviously marketed more towards people with dim headlights or people who can't see very well at night when they drive. This would certainly help in a lot of situations. Like, it's very good at picking out street signs. It's going to spot animals, like their eyes glowing. They're going to spot oncoming traffic, parked cars, stuff like that. With reflectors, it really, really picks up and is bright. Now, if you have a modern vehicle with really good headlights and you have really good vision, this product might not be for you. One of my big recommendations to LANMODO is to add stabilization to this, because if you are on a dirt road, it is pretty shaky. I do like that they include multiple mounting options. I think the windshield mount would probably be more stable than the dashboard mount. It would wobble less. I have no issues with the build quality. The settings are very basic. They have color, brightness, contrast. It does have black and white setting. And I think the black and white setting kind of does let you see a little bit further than the color setting. Now, probably the biggest downside to this device is going to be its price point. It is on the expensive side, but if it's something that you need, it would be a worthwhile investment. Now, it is high quality. It does use a Sony sensor with a glass lens. And I do like the fact you can move the camera around on it a little bit to kind of narrow down exactly what you want to look at. I think this would be very valuable if you're trying to pick out campsites at night. You can actually handhold it if you want to and point it out the passenger or driver windows and look and see if there's people camping back there in the woods. Something you can't really do. You can't move your headlights to go look that way, but you could certainly use this camera to help you find campsites at night. So if you're interested in the LANMODO night vision camera, there is a link in the description below, and I do have a significant promo code available for it. That'll be down in the description. Now, if you learned something today, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber already, you know what to do. That's it for now. Till next time.
Odin commands you to like and subscribe, and clean my litter box.
What you have to say, Wiggles? What you have to say to the camera? Nothing? Nothing?
Look at Tom. Oh, you're not supposed to be up here. Go over there.
Hey, thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe, share, and like. And we'll see you guys next time. Say hi, Odin.
RV Golf Guy, Hat.